All right. Thank you guys so very much for being with us today for our group Zoom for our 90-Day Soul Sister. And guys, I don't know about you, but I get really excited about all the potential that is before us with this amazing company. And I know that we talk about it often, but do you really, really know? By the way, where can you go and make more income and just start from where you're standing, right? Urban. You don't have to go to school. You don't have to go back and get another college degree. You don't have to go back for your master's. Really, Arbonne offers you an opportunity for more income to start where you're standing, and that is so exciting. And so as we've embarked upon our 90-day journey, this is our group huddle call with all of us together today. And what I'll be doing on these groups is just bringing a really special message to you to help you develop in your journey and your quest over the next 90 days to get really great results. Now, I know that we're using two forms. We're using the Road to Region Fast Track form. I want you guys to understand that that form is just to tell you the right things to do. But our ultimate goal is to actually have this completed by the end of the month. Let's keep the one thing, the main thing, and that is, who are we talking to? So understand that the 40 faces by the end of the month, we want to have talked to 30 people, 30 faces, and they need to be new listeners, not grandma, not your mom or your best friend to hear it for the 15th time. We want 30 new faces every single month. Now, as a recap, what have we done? What have we learned through our first few weeks of 90 days? We've learned to really take our activity into a full close. We did that through our group huddles last week through the jingles off of our Road to Region call. We've learned how to develop our powerful I story. We've sent out text verbiage, text to 10 people. And I want to say that it's time to send it out to another 10. You keep doing the 10 texts to the different contacts so that you can get coffee dates. I have been so booked with coffee dates, and it's been glorious because I see people's businesses moving and changing and growing in the process. Now, if you have those people that you need to do a coffee date with and they're not local, remember, face-to-face is always best, so do your Zoom. Do your Zoom presentation because you can always do that and you can get the same result. Now, next week on Monday, we're going to have our same huddle times with the 3 people that you've been assigned to. That is a time for us to really start now, next week, to start building some side sister relationships. What I want to say is during our next week's huddle time, you're going to come with 2 things. You're going to come with how many faces have you talked to for the month of March to date. You're going to come with your number, and then you're going to come with what activities do you have in the week. This is an accountability call that has been proven to be very, very, very successful. And it's going to be an opportunity for you to have that built-in accountability to keep your focus, keep your discipline, keep your healthy habits, keep your focus on the 90 days. So today, what do I want to say to you? What is it that I need to share with you in the way of really describing what we're going through over the next 90 days? I'm going to tell you that you need to know the what. You need to know the what behind the 90 days of success. What is the 90 days of success? What is that teaching us? Because I think sometimes we can get caught up in the excitement of something new and something exciting that our team is doing, but we also need to understand. We need to have a clear understanding of what. What is this 90 days going to do for me? Because as you know, we've got proven results all over our nation. 5 people went area manager last time we did this. And I'm telling you that the 90 days is going to teach you so much. And let me kind of dive in. And this is where I want to bring the message to you. And I want you guys to have notepads. And I want you to have pens. I want you to really record the things that speak to your heart right now. Because the thing that the 90 days teaches you is to lead yourself, to lead yourself. The hardest person you're ever going to lead in this business is yourself. And so the 90 days of consistency will teach you how to lead yourself with discipline, with focus. And bottom line, it's going to teach you healthy habits of success. That's what we need to be successful. We are doing this in a short-term range of 90 days so that we can develop our success habits while seeing the results play out. I've noticed that when I share the short-term effect, people can kind of embrace that better than if I said, hey, just be consistent for the rest of your life in Arbonne, right? Of course, we want to aim for that, but when we break it down to a short term, it makes it more achievable. And what you're going to find as we go through our accountability huddles, you're going to find that people who get results are the ones that are doing more in Arbonne. Bottom line. Again, more income to be made. You can start from where you're standing. And even though it's the 13th of March, your March can be your best paycheck ever. Right, Ramona Polk? I love hearing those stories of increase in income and promotion and success. So the 90 days of success, guys, is all about our John Maxwell, his law of consistency, and what he teaches us in our book club. To have success, it comes down to consistency in anything. So how will you know if your 90 days of success journey is really bringing you success? The results will depend on your ability to take responsibility for being consistent. You're going to have every tool available to you over these 90 days. You're going to have me walking right beside you. You're going to have accountability sisters huddling with you on Mondays, and then you're going to have a special message that's intended for growth on our group Zooms. But the whole responsibility will lie in you. Your 40 faces will need to be filled out. There's 40 spots, but 30 faces is what we have found to be the tipping point of your best friend called momentum in your business. 30 faces needs to be filled in every single month. That is how we're going to know if you are being consistent. Now, guys, at the end of this month, come March, if you've got 29 names on there or 28 names on there, guess what? You have to start over with your 90 days of consistency. We have to know that this month we're talking to 30 new faces. That is how simple it is to know whether or not we're being consistent. I want you guys, as we journey through, to understand that in this business we think big, but we start small. It kind of goes like this: little step, little step, little step, little step, big opportunity. Little step, little step, little step, little step, big opportunity. And you're going to find that your journey is just made up of little small steps, little bitty steps that have brought you into a big opportunity. We start by every day doing something small, one appointment, one Zoom, maybe a presentation, a group presentation, maybe a coffee date. Little step, little step, little step, little step, big results. Small steps towards significance and big results. So as we go through this 90 days, guys, my favorite book says this: do not despise these small beginnings, for the Lord rejoiced to see the work begin. Zechariah 4:10. Claim that verse. Do not despise these small beginnings, for the Lord rejoiced to see the work begin. I'm just going to say this right now. I'm sure our Heavenly Father is very excited about your beginning, because He can do something with somebody who's making effort. He can do nothing for those that are doing nothing. People generally in this business, what I found, overestimate what they can do in a year, and they underestimate what they can do in 5 years, right? And it's all about that persistence. It's about the compound of time with consistency that's going to bring tremendous success in your life. Guys, if you want to gain momentum and improve your motivation, begin by setting goals that are worthwhile but highly achievable daily. Master the basics. It's all we're teaching. Master the basics. Then practice them every single day without fail. Small disciplines repeated with consistency every single day will lead to great achievements gained slowly over time. Sherry Nickel on our book club, phenomenal call, by the way, talked about having a habit tracker. Guys, we've got one. Right here it is. This is our habit tracker. We are talking to people about the products, and we're talking to people about the business. Master the basics of this business. Don't try to win big. Try to win small. The smaller steps will end up being big. The individual who wants to reach the very tippy top of this business, guys, must appreciate the might and the force of a habit. What is this 90 days teaching us? Habits. We are gaining habits. We have to be quick to break those habits that break us and hasten to adopt those practices that will become the habits to help us achieve success. Your ability and willingness to discipline yourself to accept personal responsibility for your life is absolutely essential to your happiness, your health, your success, your achievement, personal leadership. Guys, accepting responsibility is one of the hardest of all disciplines, but without it, success is absolutely impossible. So one of our habits that this 90 days is teaching us is discipline. Discipline is creating that level of consistency in your business as you're going after your goals. And when you do something every single day that moves you in the direction of your goal, you're going to hit it. This is a key behavior that will guarantee your success. 7 days a week, 365 days a year, do something. Do anything that moves your feet in that direction. When you do something every single day toward that direction of your goal, you're going to develop that momentum. And this momentum is your BFF. It's going to inspire you. It's going to energize you. Momentum actually moves you towards those goals. And one of the things I know for sure that is in no time at all, you will have developed the discipline of setting and achieving your goals. It soon becomes so easy and so automatic. Guys, when we get 2 months under our belt, when we get our 60 days under our belt, there are some of you that are going to be completely in autopilot. You're going to completely just say, this is a breeze. I don't know why I haven't ever been consistent before. This is a breeze. You're going to be in autopilot. It's because you develop the success habit and the discipline of working towards the goals one person at a time. So why are we doing this in a group? Because when we stick together, we grow together. And it's teaching us so much being together, celebrating, learning from one another. And as we move towards our huddles in the next coming weeks, you're going to find that we're going to have that accountability piece, that we're going to be sticking together and growing together in those huddles. So guys, what I'm saying to you guys is have patience. It's only the 13th of the month. Do not give up in the month of March. You keep steady, and you've got plenty of time to complete your 30 faces. All things are so difficult before they become easy. And I think we can all agree to that. Most people, though, guys, what's sad is they never even realize how close they are to achieving significant things because they give up way too soon. So everything worthwhile in life takes dedication and it takes time. And people who grow and achieve are one of the ones that harness that power of patience and persistence, really. And one thing that I think that you can see in the lives of Arbonne success is that life goals, Arbonne goals, are reached by setting annual goals. Some of you have said, I want to be an RVP by the end of this year. But you know what? Annual goals are reached by setting daily goals. And daily goals are reached by doing things which may be uncomfortable first, but eventually become the habits that we're looking for in regards to success. Habits, guys, are very powerful things. Habits are, in turn, the actions, the attitudes, and the attitudes towards your lifestyle. If you want to grow in your success, your focus needs to be on today. And if you really value today, you're going to invest in today. And the small steps you take today will lead you to bigger steps you take tomorrow. Now, most people, I'm going to tell you, they get real tripped up, don't they, with the simplicity of our compound effect of business. The consistency that we're talking about is so simple that we get so tripped up because we think it should be harder. But sharing the business and sharing the products with people is our compound effect. That right there, my friends, is the consistency that we're looking for. But we need to be doing enough. Some of us are doing some of the right things, but we're not doing enough of the right things. And so what we're teaching and learning through our habits is that we're sharing the business, we're sharing the products, but we're doing it with the right amount of people. 30 people, guys, again, I want to repeat because this is important for you to know. It has been proven that 30 people in a month that you share with is the tipping point of momentum being created in your business. Everybody wants momentum in their business because when you get that surge of momentum, your business is in an upward motion. What they don't realize, guys, though, with all this complexity of trying to make it hard and not thinking about it, being easy, is that small, insignificant steps completed consistently over time is what's going to make your radical difference in your business. So life lived for tomorrow will always be just a day away from being realized. You've got to live today. You've got to say, what am I doing for my Arbonne business today? You will never, ever change your life until you change something you do daily. That means developing great habits. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishments, and that bridge must be crossed every single day. And ultimately, people do not decide their future. They decide their habits. And their habits decide their future. Do you understand that powerful quote, that powerful message? We do not decide our future. We decide our habits. And our habits is what decides our future. What is the 90 days of consistency doing for you? We are creating habits. We are creating habits, and the habits are going to decide our future. From the time that you get up of a morning, from the time you go to sleep at night, I want you to know that your habits largely control the words you say, the things you do, the ways to react, and the ways you even respond. But anyone who does what he must only when he is in the mood or when it's convenient, you will not be successful ever in this life. The secret is following through no matter what is going on around you. Learning to deal with life, because we all got one, and still keep your business a priority. Carlita laid in that hospital room with Philip Nelson through his heart surgery for over a week with many, many scares, and never leaving his side because Arbonne provided the means, financial means for her to do that, and she didn't have to report to work, and Philip didn't have to report to work. So it was an incredible gift that Arbonne gave them during that very critical, life-threatening issue that Philip Nelson had. But you know what else she did? She just didn't sit there. She actually was sharing the gift of Arbonne with the nurses, the doctors, anyone that came into the room. She was doing little small acts of discipline and healthy success habits while she was caring for her husband, because she recognized the only reason they were in this place of financial peace and time freedom was because of the gift that was given to her through Martha McIntyre with Arbonne. Guys, no matter what life throws at you, you can always find a way to do something small. What are you doing daily that needs changed? What needs doing? What maybe needs to be undone each day? And what are you willing to change doing today in order to change what you're going to get tomorrow? That's the real question. What I would like for each of you to do to make this a very participatory Zoom is I want you to write in the chat section as an accountability to all of your 90-day Soul Sisters. I want you to answer this question. And I want you to be very honest with yourself and honest with your soul sisters. What are you willing to change doing today in order to change what you will be doing tomorrow? What habit is it that you want to do going forward? I want you to have this moment of clarity. I want you to have this moment of sharing. And I want you to have this moment of accountability with people that are on this Zoom that truly, truly love you and care about your success. So be vulnerable, be transparent, share with us in the chat. What are you willing to do to create the habit that you need to be successful and stay on this consistent journey? Because consistency isn't easy. If it were, everybody would be a national vice president. But even so, to be successful, we must learn to become consistent. If you develop the habits of success, you'll make success a habit. And this is the truth about anything in life. If you make habits of success, you'll make success a new habit for you. Don't you think that that's the habits we need to really be approaching? I want to share with you guys as we close out our time. I want to share with you your calls to action. I want you to have a clear understanding of what we need to do for the next few weeks, and that we're going to be together on this 90-day journey. So I'm going to share my screen real quick as we kind of close up and wrap up our time together. And I want you guys to go ahead and take a screenshot of this if you need to. But here's the goal. As we go through the next 90 days to create our success habits, we have one action goal every single month. Our action goal for this month and every month is to share with 30 people within the month. New listeners, okay? New listeners. That's our action goal. Take the Road to Region form, use whatever tools you need to do to keep your mind focused on the right things. But the real one thing, let's not complicate it, is sharing the business with 30 people in the month. What is our results goal for the month? Our results goal by doing the 30 days, the 30 faces in 30 days is to have at least 2,500 in new volume plus one new business builder joining your business. That should be your consistent approach to what you want to see in your results every month. Now let me explain what new and you means. New and you, or new, is QV from new consultants and PCs from those you sponsored this month, okay? It's not reorders of existing preferred clients or existing consultants. It's new people, QV from new consultants and PCs that are sponsored from this month. 2,500 is our target. That indicates new. What has Linda Parker said? Sponsoring is the key indicator of growth. That's what we're looking for. You, how do we define you? Any sales that's under your ID. Again, not reorders, but under your ID. Now, what is our call to action for this week? Guys, I want each of you to listen to the one thing, which is from under Donna Johnson's SoundCloud. It's Executive National Vice President Catherine Lutz, and she talks about the one thing. And I actually listened to this call for the second time this morning on the treadmill, and I want you guys to listen to her message about the one thing. It's going to give clarity. It's going to give you a focus like none other, and it's going to help you to understand what we're going to be doing over the next 90 days in a bigger way. It's the one thing. We're only focused on the one thing. We're not going to complicate it. We're going to keep this simple, and we're going to keep our feet moving steady towards that. Now, once you've listened to the Catherine Lutz SoundCloud, I would like for us to start a new dialogue on our Voxer. I would love for each of you to share with me and the rest of our soul sisters what you got from that call. Start the dialogue, start the conversation, because what you picked up from it, maybe somebody else didn't, and that would be a nice thing for us to kind of learn from one another and put together maybe some really amazing points from that call. So guys, as we finish and finalize our call, as promised, 30 minutes was my goal. I want to share with each of you to please text me that you were on this call today. If you're listening to the recording, please text me that you were on the recording. I want to make sure that everybody has an opportunity to have the same amount of level of support from me as we move through the 90 days of focus. I love each and every one of you, and I am so, so proud of what you're creating in your life, in your business, and the ideas behind you changing what you're doing daily to create the life that you so dream about. Guys, I love you, and I am so, so excited to be right there with you as we journey through our 90 days together. Goodbye, everyone. You all have a wonderfully blessed day. Live, love, give, and think abundantly. You all will be back together next Monday at our scheduled huddle time. Thank you, guys.